Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for viewing this part 2 video of the bento boxes. Like I said, I'm sorry. I did take a peek at what was in these already, and I think I may have possibly mixed them up a little bit. We just opened up the OSP box. Now we're going to hop right into the other box. I don't know what to exactly call this box, and I can't remember what the site called distinguished the two boxes, but I'm going to call this the Teckle box, and then the other one is going to be the OSP box. But without further ado, let's hop right into this. The Teckle box has some baits that are near and dear to my heart. I love throwing them. I will throw them year round. I've caught fish on them year round, and they're so fun to throw, and but I can't wait for you to see them. But at any rate, let's hop right into this. Like I said, I'm sorry. I did take a look at these already, and it's possible I may have accidentally mixed up a couple baits because there's OSP dice bait in these as well. So we'll just skip over those a little bit. One obviously salt, one no salt. Same deal as before. This bait is super interesting. This again is also OSP. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I could have mixed them up. Um, I don't really know how to rig this. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you could just rig it on a hook, fish it on top. I'm not exactly sure, but any rate, we got this spider beetle looking soft plastic. But yeah, it's a very interesting bait. All right, moving along, we have a Raid Japan head swimmer. We have a 4-inch, I'm pretty sure they're both 4-inch swim baits with a underspin. So that will actually be super nice to throw right now. Again, the head weight is 10 grams. I have no idea what the conversion rate is. If you do, drop it in the comments below. I don't know. I'm sorry. Moving on, we have a Duo Realis Wriggle ND Slim 3-inch. Perfect Ned rig bait. Perfect Ned rig bait. That will absolutely be in my finesse bag, and I will probably have this or a G-Crack bait rigged on because there's a couple G-Crack baits that I am dying to put on a Ned rig that I think would do a phenomenal job, but this will also be in the rotation. Moving right along, we have a couple minnow baits. Wouldn't be an unboxing without some minnow baits. We have a 3.4-inch little Megabass Haze ST, and we have a 3.5-inch Frisch. So both of these could be rigged on a jig head minnow, drop shot, just it's your standard minnow style bait. Again, I'm sorry, I may have mixed these up a little bit, but there's the 3.5 clear candy gill beaver style bait once again. What else do we have in here? A 3/16 spinner bait, Colorado, like micro Colorado, willow blade. This is for these smaller swim baits, smaller spinner baits, smaller just profile baits in general are always a really good thing to throw whenever the bass are keying in on those smaller profile bait fish and they're really finicky and it's hard to get them to bite. If you just throw something a little bit more subtle, you'll be surprised at how many more bites you get. Okay, so all right, so we have a size 70 Su Ming, I think is what this is called. Su Ming. Su Ming 70F for floating. Probably just like a light wake bait type of deal. Moving right along, we have a Teckle hollow body frog with a paddle tail. I've actually never thrown these. I've always thought they were very unique, and I really like this particular frog because so on your normal frogs, I wish I had one handy, but on your normal frogs, the hooks kind of lay parallel with the back of the frog. This one, those hooks are actually pointing up. That way, when that fish bites down on it, and then you set the hook, it's going like you're hammering it home, baby. Okay, that hook's going where it needs to go. So before we get into my favorite particular type of way to catch fish, this is sort of the opposite of how my favorite lures work. So this is an underwater walker. So let me set this aside real quick and grab these other two baits because they go hand in hand together. So this is two walking stick baits from Teckle. I'm super excited to throw this one because I think it is going to catch so many fish. And depending on how these work, there these baits, these walking stick baits. I'm so picky with these baits in particular. These and jigs, I'm very picky about. If these don't work right, I'll cut them off and I'll never throw them again. They'll go in a box and go on the shelf. Uh, but at any rate, this is my absolute favorite way to catch fish is on top water, whether it be a buzz bait, walking stick bait, whatever. But these are walking stick baits by Teckle. Um, Now, the reason I talked about those a little bit first is because this is the same thing. The only difference is this walks under the water. So when you're twitching this along, like with these you'd be twitching them along on the surface. This one is subsurface, so it's going to be twitched along uh, up underneath the water. So that might be good, depending on the weight size. It might be pretty good to fish for those suspended fish that are really really hard to catch. Um, Moving right along to top water stuff, we will hit this really quick. This is very similar to your walking stick baits. I do have a question. That treble hook with the feather on there. What are your guys' opinions? I've caught fish with. I've caught fish without. I personally don't mind either way. At times, I do know the treble or the feather kind of helps, but it also at times hurts because if they start short striking that feather, you're missing those fish. And if they're keyed in on the feather instead of the bait itself, you've got problems. But this bait in particular is just like the walking stick baits. However, it has more of a cupped lip, so it's going to spit more water as you walk. Instead of just the walking action, you'll get a spitting action with this bait as well. Um, Two other baits that are somewhat similar is going to be the Teckle pencil poppers. These baits are very, very good when you're running down the lake and you look over, you see a bunch of fish schooling, you want to have some fun, toss these out there. You'll catch something. I guarantee it. Toss it out there, you'll catch something for sure. So continuing with the top water trend here, we have another one of my absolute favorite ways to catch fish on a buzz bait. A double bladed buzz bait or double prop buzz bait, I should say. I've never thrown, but I cannot wait to throw this thing. I'm so excited because it looks so bizarre. But let me tell you something. If this works, I will never be in my boat without it. I guarantee it. And then this one, I'm very, very interested to see the sound profile that this has. The only thing I'm concerned with is the weight. It feels very, very light, which I personally don't like. I want my buzz baits to be at least about a 3/8 of an ounce. Tends to be a good weight for me. Um, but the components on this buzz bait are so unique. I cannot wait to hear this thing in the water. Give both of those buzz baits a try. Moving along before we hit the last four baits, we have a floating I don't know how to say this, Osakana, maybe Osakana slide. It's a little line through swim bait. Line throughs have been becoming more and more popular, it seems, as the years go on. I have never personally thrown a line through swim bait, so I'm pretty excited. I might give that a shot. It is a really nice profile. It's a nice color, so I can't wait to give this a shot. Like I said, I've never thrown a line through swim bait, so it'll be pretty interesting to give that a shot. And then last but not least, we have a Megabass GH110 jerkbait. Has a bill on there. Looks probably like it's going to hit that anywhere from 4 to 6, 4 to 7 foot range. Good color. It's got a little bit of a purple shimmer to it, which is good, especially in the lakes that I have around me. Now, this right here has become an absolute staple. The Megabass Vision 110s has literally pretty much, I'm almost certain the Megabass Vision 110 seems to be the jerk bait that everybody throws. If you don't have one of these jerk baits, you're just not you're not catching as many fish. I don't jerk bait fish that much, but that is truthfully that's what it seems like. But we have two of the Megabass Vision 110 pluses, which those are going to run a little bit deeper, and then we have your standard Megabass Vision 110, the standard size. Um, Again, man, these things. Any jerkbait video you watch, I'm almost positive that somebody is going to bring up this particular brand. But at any rate, guys, thank you all so much for viewing the video. As always, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for the Bubba Scale giveaway. You don't want to miss out. So hit that sub button. Check out the part 1 for the OSP unboxing of the Bento box. And thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.